some losses they never would know. Took the long route, they had cut me before. We was down bad, talking broken and broke. Now I'm dealing, hoping it's all for the low.
Yo, welcome back to Highs with Low. No, my fault. It's Hoops with Low. And we back again. I got my brothers with me. Shout out to Eddie Dallas, shout out to Nooch. Yes, sir. Hey, fellas. We done got some games. We got some games to talk about, man. Let's get straight into it.
We definitely do. Let's do it.
Noochie Bo, what you got for us, man?
Yo, first round of the playoffs, fellas. I mean, it happened, started on Saturday. How we feeling overall? Are y'all thoroughly entertained, or is it just you waiting for games 3 and 4?
I'm thoroughly entertained, man. I'm entertained. Every game has been kind of noteworthy and worth watching. There hasn't been too many duds. I don't think there's been a blowout yet, so every game has been kind of competitive. We got the Pistons and Orlando playing right now. The Pistons are smacking Orlando crazy, and even the smacking is interesting to watch. So far so good on the playoffs.
Hey, yo,
what I said? Smacking?
That's
crazy.
I just be careful. Cause I feel you getting excited. I can see what's going on. Just make sure you control yourself.
I didn't say nothing crazy. I said Detroit is smacking the Magic. What's up?
We're not gonna proofread what you said, but you said it.
You good, bro?
Okay, all right.
It's 6 fouls in the game. That's your first one.
That's foul one.
Yeah, you good, bro. Just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
All right.
Next time we gonna take him up.
Yeah, you good. It wasn't a flagrant, but look, I'm excited overall, man. I think we've seen some playoff pictures get interrupted. I think if we had a betting sponsor or something like that, I think the parlays would have been a little messed up in our first week of the playoffs for sure, bro. So it's definitely entertaining to answer your question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think real quick, before you go, and I'm gonna just create my own platform about these parlays so I could get my frustration out, bro. Like, it's not looking good for me. First 4 or 5 days, not looking good for me. But go ahead, and how you feeling about the playoffs right now?
Playoffs is great, man. I don't have any parlays, so I don't even have that level of disappointment. I'm a Knicks fan. I can't really be out here betting and adding to like my opportunities to be disappointed. I'm just going, sit the playoffs out, try to keep a couple dollars in my own pocket, and just keep moving that way. But the playoffs is excellent, man. We're gonna see how games 3 and 4 turn out. But we got some things to talk about. Let's just get to it, man. Let's get to it as fast as possible.
Let's get to it, man.
Let's get to it. Let's get to it.
So how y'all feeling mostly? Like, what series are y'all surprised by most? Mostly.
For me, the Rockets-Lakers. I think we all said in the first that just before everything started that the Rockets would run away with this thing, or at least win the series. But now it doesn't look like they're going to win at all. Which is this particular matchup is going to dovetail into a whole bunch of other subjects that we could probably talk about on that. But that definitely that particular series, I didn't think it was going to go 2-0 Lakers. Like I thought at least it would be, or at worst it would be tied. I did not think the Lakers would go back to leave LA to go to Houston with a 2-0 lead, and the Rockets look frazzled, look like they have no idea exactly what they're supposed to be doing. We all know that's because they don't have a point guard. Fred VanVleet got hurt before the season started, and I guess they kind of thought Reed Shepherd, Amen Thompson could kind of, split the difference on the point guard position, but when you have, if the mission was to go get a closer like Kevin Durant, you need to have a point guard who could set the table for him. You can't really have him doing everything he's doing, or you're gonna watch him get hurt, kind of like he was. So the Lakers series is definitely the one that's shocking me. There's other ones that's bothering me, but I won't necessarily say they shocked me, but definitely bothered 100% by that series. But, yeah.
Okay, what about you, Lo?
I would say one that shocked me is the Sixers versus the Celtics. Last night the Sixers stole one. Shout out to VJ Edgecombe. Shout out to Tyrese Maxey combining for 79 points. 79 points together. I'll say this. We know that is probably going to be the only game they get. Maybe another one. It doesn't matter. They're gonna lose the series. But what it tells you is we know this, and I think a lot of people were high on the Celtics because Jason Tatum came back. But the Celtics is sweet, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and you know, I'm no Knick fan. This is no secret. But
Mm-hmm.
y'all have their number because of things like this. Like they live and die by the three.
Yeah.
And we seen them die by the three last night. They wasn't hitting, and the Sixers, they didn't do nothing crazy special. I feel like even in VJ Edgecomb's season, playoff high, career high, and Tyrese Maxey doing what he does, I don't think it was special enough for them to beat them the way they did last night. But that happened because they died by the three, and they don't
Right.
switch it up, bro. Like if it's not working, it's not. Oh, let's get to the rack. Nah, like they really die by it. So that's the series that shocked me the most. What about
Okay.
you, Nooch?
The series that shocked me the most going back is the Lakers. Lakers Rockets, and that's just because of how everybody would have thought, it was going to be at least 1-1. These boys is 2-0 right now, going back to Houston, which is crazy. And I think yesterday just was an eye opener in terms of I kind of wanted to ask you, gentlemen, like after this season and after these playoffs, do you still see KD as a 1A?
Hold on.
Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry.
All
All
right.
good.
All right.
All
Clear.
good. I
Flat.
saw one.
Flat.
Flat.
One
Flat.
for flat. One for flat.
Flat.
Hey.
Flat.
All right, bro. So, y'all know the history. The viewers may not know the history. I was a huge KD fan. Love KD to the death, man. Followed him from Texas. OKC fan for years. I was let down by, that 3-1 series. We were up on the Warriors. They came back. KD left. I felt like morally I couldn't support him anymore. And I disliked KD at the highest level for at least 2 to 3 years after that. I slowly gained respect back for him, just because I really did still, love his game. And so I still like personally KD more than LeBron. I just connect to him more as a person. However, what I will say is after the first two games of the Lakers Rockets series, I no longer want to hear KD in the talks, even being on the same block as LeBron James, bro. I don't want to hear him say it. I don't want to hear fans say it. I don't want to hear analysts, anybody else in media talk about them in the same sentence. All right.
Right.
I don't care that he's coming back from a knee injury. KD is in a lower tier now. When you talk about LeBron James, he's in a tier with Jordan and Kobe, Steph Curry, maybe Kareem, those guys. You know what I
Right.
mean? I even significantly got Bird over KD now. Like
Yeah.
it's like that. Like, and
Yeah.
yes, he's still a paid assassin from a scoring perspective, even at 38. But what I seen last night from 41-year-old LeBron, bro, he got it. He has it, bro. So
Right.
I just wanted to call. KD, he really blew mine, bro. Like I am disappointed wholeheartedly in him, and I don't want to hear it no more. It's a difference, and it's not even close.
I think it is a difference. I've never put them in the same bracket because they have two completely different play styles. You can't. KD has never played without a great point guard ever. Like not one time in his career up until this year, he's never
You said
played
who?
without a great point guard. KD.
Yeah.
KD.
He's never played without a great point guard. He's gone from Russ Westbrook to Steph to Kyrie to Chris Paul, like legendary point guards. He's always had them, and that's kind of how he's made his bones by having a good point guard. Either take the pressure off him with his own scoring, or be able to directly assist him and get him the ball in spots. You're definitely not wrong, 100%. Like they're not the same. I've never considered them the same because they don't do the same things. They're not after the same thing. Like LeBron is clearly after legacy. KD struggles with legacy. Like he doesn't necessarily want it. He doesn't care, but then he kind of does care. He wants people to kind of point out the fact that he's got all these scoring titles and he's as great as he is. But it's not. They're not going after the same thing. It's very, very, very abundantly clear and has been for some time. But no knock to KD. I think the Rockets blew that just because they didn't have a complete team on the floor. That y'all had no plan.
What does LeBron have, Ant?
LeBron has him.
No, wait, exactly. You said a complete team, right? Like, listen, bro. Listen to the bucket of excuses you just gave this man. But LeBron James had Luke Kennard and Marcus Smart, bro.
Yeah, and they went off. They did, but
why did they go off?
They play because they playing above their heads right now. We know Marcus Smart is not getting 20+ points a game, not one more time this whole playoff series. Not one more time. And Luke Kennard has been going crazy since the playoffs started.
25 in the playoffs
He's going absolutely crazy and not taking nothing away. And I don't want to get it twisted. I am not defending Kevin Durant at all. Kevin Durant had more turnovers yesterday than he had field goals. I'm not blaming Kevin Durant.
Wow.
Like if you could miss me with the whole he's a legend just like the rest of them kind of talk too. He's definitely on a lower tier, and I never put him above Bird. I never would
had
put
him
a player
above Bird. I did.
You can have him above Bird in play style, but look, I'm glad that the grays are starting to settle in the beard a little bit in spots, and you're starting to come up of age where you're starting to realize that it's important to win, man. It's important. Like we got into this era where everybody's looking for the player with the bag. Where like this player got all these this bag, he got all these moves, he averaged 30, he do all of this stuff. That's great, but do you win at the end of the day?
Yeah.
I do not care. Kevin Martin averaged 26 points a game.
He was a bucket.
Ooh, he was Kevin a bucket Martin that one year. With the ridiculous from his left hip to the right shoulder shot. Like it was crazy. But look, that's what I'm saying. Like players can get buckets. That's every player here can get buckets. What do you do? Are these buckets mattering? Are these buckets going to stack up until you start winning some championships on your own? Like a lot of people, and it's not Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant never said it himself, but a lot of people would put Kevin Durant at a higher tier just based on he's 7 feet. He's a paid assassin. He's going to score from anywhere. One of the greatest scorers ever. And I love that about him. But he's not LeBron. Nobody's LeBron. We're gonna get to a part of the the episode where we start to really talk about LeBron's greatness in a real way. Because I'm older now. My GOAT has always been Michael Jordan. It'll always be Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
But there's something to be said about what LeBron is doing, man. His career is something to witness. Like it is not. I'm so happy to have witnessed his career. And I know that's sound kind of cheesy because of the whole witness thing. Yeah. But I'm telling you, man, I've never seen a professional athlete produce at the level that LeBron is producing. Did you see the dunk yesterday? On the humble, the reverse dunk at 41 years old. Bro. On the humble. And he's looking like Miami Heat Braun when he did it. He can do that. He still got that. His DNA, somebody needs to extract his DNA and store it someplace and back it out like 30 years later, super LeBron, like in 2060. Just super LeBron, running around going crazy on people. Super LeBron. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
Oh, man. Bronny. Nah.
Bronny, man. Bronny.
Hey, and this is an unrelated subject, but I was thinking the other day when I watched the game, I said, yo, Scoot looking more Brawnish than Bronny now on the low, but that's another series.
Man.
He look like he's supposed to be LeBron's son.
Yeah,
for real.
But going back to what y'all were talking about in terms of the Rockets and Lakers, man, it just shows a lot how KD doesn't control or dominate any aspect of the court. KD is really looking like you paid me for this, and this is all I'll do. We hadn't seen KD on the block. We hadn't seen KD in various places on the court besides the top of the key trying to get the ball. For reasons we understand, because you don't have a point guard right now. But for that same reason, that's what makes Braun so much different. Like, the man is in the post. The man is doing picks. He's setting the picks. He's rolling. He's popping. He's doing DHOs. He's controlling every aspect of the court. And KD, you just give him the ball. Let me, bag him up real quick, and that's it. And also, you nailed it. He had more turnovers than he actually had made field goals. I couldn't tell you how many times I knew he was going to jump and pass the ball at the top of the key. And Braun's seen it every time.
Every time. And no adjustments. And then that's also a reflection of the coach. You can see the ship is sinking. You got to do something. Where was Reed? Is Reed Shepard now?
No, he can't see
You
this. He can't
have
see.
no point
He's
guard.
potting. He's potting.
Nah,
You have
nah.
no point guard. You don't have a choice. I can see it. You had no point guard from the start of the season. What was the plan here? Like, you knew at some point you was going to need a point guard of some sort. Stephen A. Smith said it earlier. How did Chris Paul manage to retire once he was cut by the Clippers? Why didn't the Rockets reach out to him? Why didn't they needed a point guard?
Why didn't they go get Russ? Russ was a free agent when the season stopped.
Russ was a free agent, but he got with the Kings. The Kings
KD will never
rocking
play
and
Russ
rolling,
again.
and that part too. And, he may never play with Russ, but y'all needed a point guard, and there were a few available. You did nothing. My thought process was you're going to start Reed or develop Reed before the playoffs start. You did. Reed played. I think he played the most minutes he's played during the second half of the season.
He started a lot of games, yep.
But then they got away from that. They didn't let him get enough reps in so that they could trust him to at least take the get the ball out of the oldest player on the team's hands. I don't care if it's Kevin Durant. You got to do something. I don't want to spend too much time on the Lakers Rockets, but that was very, very surprising. It goes back to the first question. I did not think the Rockets would be down 2-0 and convincing fashion too. But that just shows you can never count LeBron James out. This is the playoffs. LeBron James turns into somebody completely different once the playoffs start. He's the smartest, the most athletic, the most experienced at this point now player in the playoffs every single year. So you can never count him out.
Yeah,
bro, he looks fresh, bro.
He does.
What you was gonna say, Nooch?
I mean, he is really just. This is almost a step up from 2015, maybe, or dare I say 2007. You know what I mean? Like, it's looking real like one of those, and he's like cerebral with it. Because I'm telling you, he watched KD every time he had the ball, and he just turned safety on him. And anytime he made a pass, he knew where it was going. He knew where the next pass was going. He knew what he was gonna do. Who should be flanking out, getting a fast break. Like, him and Marcus Smart are very good together in terms of just how they mind the game.
Yeah.
Going to shout out to his show, right? So
right.
But yeah, they in trouble, bro. But I also would say I feel like the series in itself, I don't think no home team is gonna lose. So it might go 7 in that, but if it does, then that's still in the Lakers' favor.
We lost.
No, I'm talking about this series.
Oh, this series.
Yeah. I don't think no away team is gonna win in this series. Yeah.
Okay, in this series.
Yeah.
Shut up, man. Shut up.
Oh,
the love overpowers the hate.
Bro, no. He mentioned it. So can we go to that game next?
Yes, let's get to it. Let's get to it. All right. We got this is just, and viewers, I'm warning you now, forewarned. There's going to be several of these from everyone. I think everyone's entitled to one of these. So with the Knicks being the family team, except for I'm gonna clear, but I don't mind too. Go ahead. I'm at the sideline. I'm in the corner.
So I don't know if you guys know, the Atlanta Hawks beat the New York Knicks in Game 2 in the Garden by 1 point. Shout out to CJ McCollum.
Shout to CJ McCollum. That's crazy.
Legend has it that he still has the New York heartbeat in his hand. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all.
I will flatten my phone right now and exit.
Yeah.
What? After 2 games.
Hey, listen to me.
McCollum.
Hey, clear flat.
My fault. Flat. Back to the corner.
Nah, listen, for real, seriously, right? So I want to talk about something. Me and my brother's been talking about this for a long time. I have 90% hate for Jalen Brunson, and then I always sprinkle in the logic. And it's always just what I noticed and what I've always noticed about him since he's became a star. I think he's gotten his braids are a little too tight on his head. So now it's more about him getting buckets and doing this. First, that's one of the weakest celebrations. That celebration's trash. No, it's trash. But he wants to do that so bad that he replaces he pretty much trades it in for winning. And what I mean by that, okay, so I got a couple questions for y'all. Y'all follow along with me, okay?
Okay.
All right. Jalen Brunson on average, per touch, he has the ball in his hand for an average of 6 seconds per touch. Okay. He touches the ball 2.5 times per possession.
That's a long time.
That's 15 out of
That's half the
24
clock.
seconds. That's over half the clock, right? Okay. Now, that being said, how many okay, let me back up. How many times do you think he's double teamed? Or how many players do you think is double teamed more than him?
Few, I would think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Luka gets doubled. SGA will get doubled. Giannis will get doubled.
I'll help you out. There are 11 players in the league that get double teamed more than him, but do not hold the ball longer than him in the possession. So my whole point is this. The reason I told y'all that it's not going to work is because he is a 6'1", realistically probably 6 foot tall point guard. Okay. He's not Allen Iverson though. And the league knows that. So what's happening is the game plan is everybody stay home. We don't want these others to get going because your team is actually loaded with real good potential. OG Anunoby, all right, who just got a bag. He's capable of 20 points per game on any other team where he would get possessions. Mikal Bridges averaged over 20 points a game with the Brooklyn Nets, a third option in the Phoenix Suns when they went to the championship. You got you also got Josh Hart, but y'all, we got Cat, who is a freaking superstar, top four big in the NBA, who, by the way, had 13 points in the third quarter and ended with 17. He's not touching the ball enough. He killed in the third quarter Dolly by himself. The Atlanta Hawks have no post presence. I'm sorry, but Bismack Biyombo, it should not be a factor at all. He was killing in the third quarter. But you know what happened? Jalen Brunson said, no. It's about me. Yeah, he literally did that. And he took it away from Cat. And what happened? They just tried it back and they caught y'all. So my whole point is this. Coaches are not dumb. The game plan is stay with your man. Let him do what he's going to do. He shot 26 times and ended with 29 points. Anytime he does that, you're not going to win. As long as Cat does not touch the ball at least 18 to 22, 23 times, y'all will lose the series. Shout out to Jalen Brunson, though. The quicker y'all get out of there, the quicker my life gets better.
Wow. Watch your tongue.
Okay. So you want to go? You want to go there, Nooch? Because I want to hold.
First of all, I'm slightly disturbed at how he called Emeka Okongwu Bismack Biyombo.
Yeah, that's not his name, but that's okay. That's not his name. Bismack playing in Phoenix, I think.
Planet Africa, they're all the same.
Oh yeah.
Chill.
A lot of vowels.
Crazy.
His last name has a lot of vowels and not very many consonants.
2 different syllables, bro.
Shout out to bro. But go. Let's focus though. What happened to Jalen?
So in regards to that, like you saying, all that Atlanta is doing, they are staying home up until the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, they double in Brunson because he's the most effective in the first and fourth quarters. So that's just a thing that they threw out there as far as a defensive assignment or a defensive strategy, which more than likely worked because we didn't have nothing going with anybody else. I just don't understand. Yeah. So it boggles me that Mikal stayed at the top of the key trying to feed the ball to somebody who's double teamed. Take yourself to the rack. Just do it. Create a foul, something, especially at that point in time, bro. Like you sitting there waiting to get him the ball. Like, yes, he comes up with magic at the end sometimes of these games, and it's crazy. And you should give him the ball. But at that time, play ball. You got IQ. You a pro for a reason. Anybody could have had done something other than just sit there and wait for the savior. You know what I'm saying? Like JB is doing his thing. He just got to incorporate more people into the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter, you could have more options if you just play through Cat at least. They could pick and roll Atlanta to death until cats start getting offensive fouls or something stupid like that. And that's another caveat because it's like, yeah, you want Cat to do all this stuff, but you know he's gonna get offensive fouls. He's gonna do stuff that's not gonna be offensively smart at the right time sometimes, bruh. And that's just what it is. You just got to KYP sometimes, and they just got to do better with incorporating everybody. Because at the fourth quarter, we could have won that game. They came back from like 13. We could have played team ball, pick and roll, make something happen, get to the foul line, slow the clock down. We play a great half court game. I think honestly, it was one of those things that we needed early so that we could get these boys out of here in 5 or 6.
Hey, yo, Nooch, real quick before your ISO in, this won't take long. Nooch, you know how to make lasagna?
Nah.
Okay. Does your lady know how to make lasagna?
Of course.
All right, cool. So if she asked you to make lasagna today, would you be able to make it on the spot?
I mean, yeah, I can't make it good. I can't guarantee it'll be good though.
Exactly. If you're not giving me the ball, and literally I haven't had any reps at this, and you give me the ball out of nowhere when it counts, and you've been taking all the shots, you've been cooking lasagna, you expect me to make a dish I haven't made? No. Like, that's what y'all expecting out of Jalen. Like, these, bro, we're even NBA players need reps. They need to touch the ball and get reps up, bro. Like, we're asking Mikal Bridges, who he's not that anymore. Like, he don't make lasagna. But yo, ISO flat. I'm going to the corner.
Okay. So, as the resident long-term Knicks fan here, I can say with 100% accuracy and assurance.
Because Nooch isn't a real Knicks fan.
He's a real Knicks fan.
He's just older. That's
I'm just older. I'm just older.
Nooch is a Nugget fan, man.
Oh my God!
All right, here we go again. But okay, so here we go. This is my quick spiel on what happened on Saturday. So, that was a Saturday. When did they play? Monday. They played Monday.
Yeah, Monday. Okay,
so everything Lo said was 100% accurate. Okay. Everybody on the effing planet knows, and I'm gonna do effing because I gotta still get my stuff off. That's it. Everybody on the effing planet knows that Bismack Biyombo that plays for the Hawks cannot guard Karl Anthony Towns on no day, right? Period. At all.
Or Emeka Okongwu.
Or Emeka Okongwu, or that dude either. Nobody, no African is guarding Karl Anthony Towns straight up. That's it. None of y'all. Karl Anthony Towns is cooking every single African on the planet, straight up and down. No disrespect to none of my Africans out there. I love y'all, but y'all can't guard Cat. But I'm gonna tell you right now, the Knicks. It's a certain thing in human beings that love self-destruction. That's why we are prone to drink, do drugs, engage in all type of activities that are super harmful, even though we've been told it's harmful. We go against our better judgment and do what we want because we want to do that. And that same thing applies here with the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks won their game, the first game, handedly, right? We were up 15 points going into the 5-minute mark of the fourth quarter. I think we won by 12 points, 11 points. The reason why we did that was because Jalen Brunson went out in the first quarter and scored a bunch of points. And then Karl Anthony Towns finished the game. Karl Anthony Towns had how many points, Lo, in the third quarter?
13
third quarter points. I saw all of them. He was doing Jalen Brunson celebration when he was hitting all those threes. He was catching rebounds. He was doing his thing. And for whatever reason, we got away from that. The Knicks have to stop self-sabotaging. We have to stop it. It is getting really scary because, for one, everybody has doubts about whether we're going to be able to pull this series out and pull every series out during this playoffs until we get. The only reason there was any expectations of us winning getting to the finals was not based on how good we were as a Knicks team. It was based on who was not playing on other teams. Tyrese Halliburton was not playing on the Pacers. Tatum wasn't playing on the Sixers. The Bucks was iffy. Jimmy Butler's in Golden State now. So we all kind of based our expectations on who wasn't playing on other teams and the fact that we kept our team whole. But we fired the reason why we were as successful as we was last season, which was Tom Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau, if he was the coach of this particular Knicks team, I would have no doubt that we can get past the Hawks because we would be a team that's going to get it out the mud. We're not going to rely on a whole lot of players to try to score because we're going to get it out the mud. Mikal Bridges, the comment you made earlier about him doing his thing, Mikal Bridges is a deference type player. He deferred to Jalen Brunson in college. He deferred to Devin Booker when he went to Phoenix. The only time he didn't defer was when he was with the Nets, and during the second half of that season, he averaged 25 points because there was nobody to give the ball to. So everybody kind of is looking at Kevin at Mikal like he's still on the Nets, which he could be. Theoretically, he probably should. Like, he has all the skills, like Nooch said. He's got IQ. You know, based on what you're looking at, how you should move. If the player you're trying to pass to is being double teamed, don't pass it to him. If you have an open shot, take it. It's simple stuff. But self-sabotage, it's the weed, it's the drugs and the alcohol. Like, we like to self-sabotage. We get away from what works, and we need to stop doing that. That's my only rant about the Knicks. We are a good team, and we should be able to beat almost everybody we play as long as we understand what works and what don't. That's it. That's my thing.
I didn't hear enough about Jalen.
There's not a lot to say about Jalen because this has been the no. I'm not going to start now.
No, okay.
He's been here three seasons and he's been doing the same thing for 3 seasons. I'm not going to start now.
And this has been happening for 3 seasons with him at the helm.
And we've had success. There's
no success in losing, Ant. It's no success in losing.
Losing how?
There's no success in losing.
There's no success in losing, Ant. You're just the best loser out there, gang. That is winning. There's one winner. There's one winner. Okay, we're like, let's not do the New York thing where we got the East. Okay,
no, I'm doing none of that. I'm being as literal and as logical as I possibly could be.
Okay,
but when you say that there's one winner in basketball. There's one champion at the end of the year.
Period.
In sports. I'm about to start repeating everything Giannis said in that post game. So because Michael Jordan went to the finals 7 times and lost 7 times, that means he's a loser? No, you're not a loser if you don't win the championship.
Michael Jordan never lost to the finals. I don't know what Giannis or you talking about.
He's saying not in the finals. Not the finals. I'm just talking about Michael Jordan as a basketball player. His example, not mine. He lost a bunch of times before he finally won. The times that he lost before he won, was he not successful? Was he not a good basketball player? Was he, this, that, and the third? He wasn't. And your hatred of Jalen Brunson will allow for you to believe that the Knicks are just a terrible team with him being the leader.
No. See, look, no, you look.
But we could go down the list of the point guards we had before Jalen Brunson, and this is what he's trying to get at is, losing, we're still losing. We're not winning the championship. It's only one winner at the end of the season. We came from the basement or below the basement for a good 15 years with Jalen Brunson, bro. Even when we had Julius Randle, we was good, but we wasn't never gonna be taken seriously. Now we in talks like these, and so you kind of discounting it because we ain't won yet, and because you don't like bruh, but it's okay.
Okay, so take away that I don't like him. I really am talking hoop. I brought stats to y'all, letting y'all know that he is the isolated issue. He shot 26 times. He took the ball out of the hot hand to shoot more shots in the fourth quarter.
That's not on him. That's the coach.
No, but bro, this is why. No. Seriously. Listen to what you just said. He's not on the court shooting it.
He's not.
So to blame it on the coach, bro.
He also didn't have neither him or Towns playing for like 8 minutes straight.
That's a mistake, fellas. This is dangerous.
I'm not making excuses. I don't want it to sound like I'm making excuses. Because I'm not. I already acknowledged the fact that he had the ball in his hands too much, and he got away from the team. Got away from what worked.
It's not Jalen.
Okay.
It's Jalen.
All right. If you want to say it's Jalen, I can't make an argument. It's not. He's the one out there holding the ball in his hands for 6 seconds a touch. He's the one doing all of the stuff that you mentioned earlier that I can't really make an argument against. But it's worked. And when you say it,
how has it worked?
It works because we have 3 seasons of 50 wins in a row.
Oh my God!
And we have never had that. You're talking.
We've never had that.
Know your personnel. Know the people you're talking to. You're talking to fans who have suffered for years, and we finally have a little bit of something to be happy about. and we're gonna be happy about it. But let's be realistic about it. I'm not the Knicks fan that's screaming from the rooftop, we're gonna win a championship every year. I know that it takes a whole lot to end up doing that. But I'm not gonna discredit what you want to do is take everything away that the Knicks have done as a team and try to correlate it to if it's not producing a championship, then it's really not worth anything. Like that's kind of what it sounds like. But
that's life though, gang. Like we all
that's
know
not
that.
life.
Like, okay, bet. I'm gonna tell you where I come from though, bro. My coach used to make us throw away our second place medals and trophies.
Every coach did that.
Not every coach did that, bro. I know people that hoisted second place trophies and took team picks and ate Doritos from Team Moms and all of that. Our Team Moms was with our coaches. We gonna sit in the stands and let them run because they should have beat them. Yeah, like I know I come from that for real. No,
right.
Like so I'm coming from a place of I don't like Jalen. But now I'm really talking to my brothers in a way of like, hey, yo, bro, I know the problem, and I'm identifying that winning, real winning, not progressional steps that lead to still no trophy, no hardware, is not going to come from isolating Jalen Brunson. And, bro, Cat is gone. Your team is breaking up. It's over. Y'all going to lose this year to either the Hawks or whoever's the next round, regardless. And then from there, Cat leaves. Everybody leaves. It's over. And then you just got, guess who? Jalen scoring 30.
Okay, so let me ask you real quick before Nooch jumps in. If Jalen Brunson turned into Jason Kidd and started passing the ball and orchestrating and doing all of that stuff,
y'all would go to the NBA Finals, and I might be a fan.
Okay, and if we go to the NBA Finals with Jason Kidd, Jalen Kidd playing that style of basketball, and you are now a fan, and they go up against OKC or Denver Nuggets, and they lose, are you still upset? The same way you are right now, because at the end of the day, you don't raise a second place trophy.
Yeah, I wouldn't be upset, but I would say he gave y'all the best chance to win.
Then you gotta give us some grace, Lo. You gotta give us some grace, bro.
No, we don't need his grace. We don't need his grace.
Because honestly speaking, if it don't really matter what we do, if Jalen Brunson completely changed the way he played and played to a style that's more optimal for the Knicks winning basketball games, but ultimately don't win a championship. Just based on what you said, it don't really matter what they do. You can never be happy about their progression. And that's a hard thing for a Knicks fan who watched Nate Robinson be the featured player to do when we win in 50 games and we got an all NBA point guard on our team. We're gonna hold Jalen Brunson accountable for the stuff he should be held accountable for. Not passing the ball, being an ISO player. He even said it in the post game. Like he took accountability. He said it's on me. I made terrible decisions on the floor, and it's an arbitrary kind of half backhanded kind of like comment to make. And then he ended it with, "We have to do better." It wasn't we. It was more of you that game. Like if you were watching Karl Anthony Towns get guarded by Bismack Biyombo Okongwu, and he's not able to stop him from getting position, and you still don't get him the ball. That's on you, Jalen. That's not a us thing. That's on you, my boy. Like, and I get it. He has to stop doing that. We got to start featuring Karl Anthony Towns. We got a top 4, like you said, big on our team that we're not utilizing the right way.
And we don't need his grace, man. It's okay. Look, we paid Elfrid Payton. We paid Chris Duhon. We paid Ramon Sessions. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Don't forget to mention Marty Collins.
Yep.
Don't forget to mention Chauncey Billups for 1 year, then amnestied him. Don't forget who else did we have? What's his name? He played in Michigan with Sullinger.
Trey Burke.
Trey Burke. We had Trey Burke. We had a bunch of guys.
Emmanuel Mudiay.
And we had Emmanuel Mudiay. We had a host of terrible point guards that Lowe could destroy right now.
No. The disrespect on those point guards you named is crazy, bro.
It's not crazy.
It's crazy.
It's not crazy.
Emmanuel Mudiay was not trash. Trey Burke was not trash.
Trey Burke was not trash at all. And
Chauncey even in New York was not trash.
Don't get it twisted. I'm not naming these
trash.
point guards. I said trash for who I said trash for.
You said trash point guards. You said all of them. You just said trash point guards.
Yeah, because they don't win.
So you're back to it because they don't win.
They don't win.
So guess what Jalen is?
They don't win.
Trash.
They wouldn't win free, but they wasn't. They couldn't win free swag. Like they couldn't win nothing. We
Yo,
couldn't win anything.
And as nice as these point guards are, they better than Jalen? Tell me now. So we can end the podcast.
They're not.
Tell me now. Tell me Emmanuel Mudiay is better than Jalen Brunson.
You don't even remember the names that we mentioned because
I do. Chris Duhon. First of all, let's just keep it clear.
College.
Right?
Leave it there.
Nah, for sure. But all I'm saying is, to Ant's point, y'all. So this is what I think, and I'll be done with the Nick conversation. I think if Jalen Brunson can go from 26 shot attempts to 17. Feature Cat to where Cat gets 20 to 25 attempts this right here, this series. And you know, Mike Brown's gonna have to rope him in because he hasn't had that type of leeway all series, really all season since he put a Nick uniform on. But if y'all can kind of do that, allow OG Mikal to kind of operate where they need to, I think y'all can come out the East, bro. Like that's the adjustment that I'm saying needs to be made for y'all to get the progress y'all are looking for. I still think whoever loses and doesn't win the championship is a loser, but it's just a better loser than the others. But, you know, if y'all see that as progress, I love it for y'all.
We got to mark it as progress, but go ahead, Nooch.
No, so I was just going to say, basically, we're talking about Jalen Brunson right now. We're going to keep talking about Jalen Brunson next week and the week after and the week after. And guess what? That may turn into June. So then we'll revisit this conversation, and it might be a little bit different verbiage from you, little bro. But it's all good. Let's go to the next song.
All love.
All love. I want to talk about, because this is my favorite series on the low, Nuggets T-Wolves. After 2 games, how do we feel about that?
I don't know how to feel.
Smoke.
I'm gonna keep it up. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, Nooch, you started off, bro.
Yeah. You
listen. I was a fan of this brother when they was first talking about him. And then I seen that Jeff Teague adopted him as his favorite player. I might be on the same boat, bro. Homeboy from Timberwolves said, what's his name, bro? Number 3, right? McDaniels. He said, bro, they can't guard nothing. The game plan is to go at them. They can't guard us. That's it. And as a youngin' and as a team looking for a chip and a team with a star like Ant, if you got dogs around you like that, come on, man. I love the energy. I think they could definitely. I think Denver will take another game between games 3 and 4, but I think this is going 7, and I think Ant has what it takes to shut these boys up, bro, and maybe get to past the Western Conference Finals. Who knows, you know, but that's wishful thinking. But I really like this series because they really feel like in their hearts they cannot guard. And all you have to do, if you're the Timberwolves, is just stay in the game. That's it. That's it.
100%. I think the NBA benefits from having Anthony Edwards in its employ. I think he is. I think he's amazing. I ain't gonna lie. He's definitely unorthodox. Did y'all see the post game where the dude was asking him questions about why he goes at the blocking shots? Yeah.
I was just trying to beat that jump.
Yeah.
I'll be out there.
He said it like 6 times, bro.
I think he sets aside money during the summer so that he ain't got to worry about it. Like,
I think so.
I got this million for these words I'm about to say.
Yeah. Because every post game he's cursing. There's not one post game he don't curse. But
and that's as super live. Like it's super live when they first do it. So that's crazy.
And clearly no TV provider, Prime, ESPN, nobody's reaching out and saying, "Hey man, y'all might want to rein in your homie because you out here, you know, cursing and going crazy. You might want to tell them to cool out." But nobody's doing that. So as long as they don't tell them not to, go ahead and do your thing. But the Timberwolves are Jokic's kryptonite. Honestly, like they have issues with them. I don't know if it's just a simple matchup thing because I don't really think it's a matchup issue. On paper, they should match up pretty well against each other with the X factor being Jokic because nobody on the planet can guard him. But McDaniels is 100% right. Go at them. They are not going to stop you. There's nobody tough. They had, what's his name? Brown a couple years ago. Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown.
Oh, Bruce Brown.
Bruce Brown. Yeah, Brucey B brought that energy that they needed. And I think honestly, that's probably. I'm not going to name him the X factor as to why they won the championship the year that they won it. But it is something to notice that once he left, they don't
He's
really
back,
guard
though.
the same way. He is back, but I don't know. They just lost momentum or something like that. But at the end of the day, they cannot guard the Timberwolves. Once the Timberwolves start attacking and going downhill, they have no answers for them. And once they start collapsing the defense and trying to stop people from driving into the paint, they start kicking out. Shots start getting knocked down. It's a wash for the Nuggets. But it is going 7. I called the Nuggets. I said the Nuggets was going to come out of the series.
Yeah.
And I stand by that. I don't see them taking. I see them taking losses throughout the series, but I don't see them losing the series at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the same. In the short, I think I feel exactly what you said. You stole a lot of what I felt. And I do agree with Nooch. I think this time it just turns out different. The last time they beat them and they bounced them out, that's the season where Ant got them, he got KD and Book out, and then he lost.
And
Yeah,
then they lost to
so
the Mavericks.
yeah, to the Mavericks, man. I think they are still a real point guard away, not a Bones Highland sporadic score, spark plug type of PG. I think they need a Ja Morant, DeJounte Murray. They need something, and
Right.
Let me
and
ask you something. You think for this season alone, a CP or a Russ would have
yes,
took him over the top?
I'll say Russ for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
I would say CP for sure.
I think
I got
CP's time is up. It was up.
Yeah, and now you might be right. Just as I said that, I was like, well, that's a bunch of young players over
He
there. They're
plays
not
too
going to really
slow.
respond. Yeah, they're not going to respond well to the way he plays, and the holding people accountable thing. Young people don't like being held accountable for stuff, so that probably wouldn't have worked too well. It would have been a Clipper situation all over again.
Yeah.
Okay, real quick. So for this series, this is my last question, but I think this is important. Who on both sides of the team or both sides of this series name the X factors? For me, I'll name DiVincenzo for the Wolves for
That's a
sure.
good
Yeah,
one. That's a good
yeah,
one.
that's probably V1. I'd say the same thing. And on the Nuggets side, Jamal Murray. I mean, he's always going to be the X factor. You don't because he's up and down. And there's
Where
really
is
nobody
Aaron
else.
Gordon?
I was gonna say Aaron Gordon and Rudy Gobert.
Aaron
Mm.
Gordon got hurt, I think. He's kind of like fighting back, trying to get back to playing shape, but I don't think he's 100%. That's
I'm about
probably
to
why
say,
he's not.
is he? Didn't he bounce the ball and put up some weak dunk
Yeah, now
fast break?
he's all the way here, but he's the X factor simply because he's had games where he's done it all on both sides of the ball, and those games they don't lose. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think Jamal Murray's been on a tear all year, so you're kind of expecting 20 to 25, maybe 30 from him, and we already know what Jokic is gonna do. I think between Aaron Gordon and Cam Johnson, those would be like my two X factors.
Ooh,
And
Cam Johnson.
Rudy
Mm-hmm.
Gobert, man, you got him getting strong offensive rebounds, dunking on Jokic at the end of the game yesterday. Like
Mm-hmm.
if he plays unsucker like, you can't
And
beat
sucker
it.
like.
If he plays sucker free, yes.
If he
Sucker
plays sucker
free.
free, 100%.
Yeah, that's a good one for sure. How so y'all all pretty much think it's going 6 or 7?
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
got the
7.
Nuggets. Yeah,
Yeah, I got the Wolves. I got the Wolves in 7.
oh, you
Yeah,
got the Wolves in 7.
I picked the
Yeah,
Wolves in 7 before last episode, so we
You
gonna
yeah,
did.
see.
yeah. Me too. Me
I
too.
got the Nuggets, man. But I want to be wrong on this one. So
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, for sure.
yeah. I ain't mad at that at all. I ain't mad at that at all. We did talk about the Sixers and the Celtics a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to breeze past that just because they
mhm.
won, but at the same time, it would be interesting if they got Embiid. If they get Embiid back, which we don't know, an appendix, whatever he had going on, does it go 6 or 7 as well?
No,
No.
no, it's over in 5 or 6. I don't care if MB comes back. MB can come back on the 6th game and score 50. They're still gonna lose.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we could move
Mm-hmm.
on and go to the next series. This is another
Mm-hmm.
one that probably you would probably catch if another good series ain't on, but
Mm-hmm.
Cavs and Toronto Raptors. My question for
Mm-hmm.
y'all is, do you think they have any chance of making it to the second round?
I'll start this
Oh.
off. Me and Ann agreed on this. You was kind of high on the Raptors in the first episode, Nooch. I
Mm-hmm.
think you probably see now that it's a woozy, it's a wazi. It's over. Sweet. Where the brooms at?
Yeah. Vacuum brooms.
Okay. So yeah, we could get. I mean, personally, I think Brandon Ingram saying what he said about coaching and all that kind of just let me know this series is over.
I'm sorry. What did he say? I didn't.
He pretty much said that I can't. In order for us to win, I can't be shooting 9 shots. Like they had me setting picks and becoming a decoy, which doesn't work. And I'm shooting 9 shots. We're not gonna win that way. Period. Point blank. And I get it.
He's not lying, but you can't say that publicly.
You can't
say that publicly. And honestly, if you shot 20 shots, you still lose ultimately to the Cavs.
Like,
it's not as that point means nothing. You're not gonna your 20 shots is not gonna make the difference between y'all team losing and winning against the Cavs. That's the Cavs. Like they're not that team is built to at least get past the first round. Y'all as a professional athlete, I think you should have confidence, but don't be delusional. Like you can't your 20 shots is not gonna do much. And it's Brandon Ingram talks a lot. I don't know. Never mind.
He does? I was about to say he does.
That talks a lot. Let me backtrack.
He's starting to talk more.
When the game ain't going, when something's not going right, Brandon Ingram speaks. When he didn't get that. When he was on the Olympic team, that little whatever team that was, I think it was a FIBA team, and they wasn't deferring to him. He talked every game about him not getting enough shots. When he was in New Orleans and the team was in flux, if the team wasn't doing well, he would say, "Oh well, I didn't get the ball in this spot or this spot." Like they were playing the Suns in the playoffs and they lost to the Suns, and afterwards he was talking about where he wasn't getting the ball in certain spots. But mind you, the Pelicans lost by like 15 points. So it wouldn't, to me, it's like, well, even if you got this ball in them spots, where you're gonna win the game. The stuff like you on your own aren't good enough for if you got things your way, the game is gonna go in your favor. Like, don't make crazy public statements like the one you just made because it makes people look at you weird.
I feel you. I understand. Yeah. Well, also, I think since we leaning on Cleveland going to the second round, how much do y'all feel, or how far do y'all think Harden is going to take the team? Pretty much.
Oh,
does he take them farther than they were with Garland?
He's going to take them. He's going to take them 0.4 miles to meet Don, and Don's going to take them where they need to go. Like, here's the thing, right? I heard him saying a press conference the other day, and they were sitting right next to each other. He was like, he has the chance to be really special. James, listen, you're a legend, bro. First ballot Hall of Famer, top 3, top 4 for sure shooting guard of all time, bro. You got it. Like, he's one of my favorites. But you're not the one on this team. Donovan Mitchell is the second best shooting guard in the NBA right now.
No question about it.
Like what he's able to do, it's ridiculous. So like James Harden's not going to take them that far. What I'll say is he is going to help it and make it easier for Don to actually carry the load, i.e., the live threat that he's created in Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen, just Max Strus, him coming back, bro. James Harden has made his re-arrival so much easier, bro, because of the shots he's getting. So I would say James is a great compliment, greater compliment than Darius Garland was. But Don, bro, Don.
Right. I agree 100%. I don't like the phrasing of how far does James Harden take a team in the playoffs. That's a terrible. That's not on your part. Not on your part. But James
Harden, but it's just because he's not on. Garland's not on the team no more. So I'm just saying in comparison to when they had Garland. That's it.
If you traded Garland for somebody who's more proven in the playoffs than James Harden, then I could side with you. But honestly, James Harden couldn't lead a horse to water during the playoffs. Like he couldn't. He's one of. I would put him as probably the worst playoff performer in NBA history. And that's not hyperbole. From a superstar perspective, from what you see, his output is comparable to what Dirk Nowitzki would do in the regular season, and then once he gets to the playoffs, he's getting smoked by the Spurs, the Suns, or whoever else plays the defense just a little bit. And then you start looking for Dirk, and it's like, well, Dirk is not here. Dirk got 16 points or something like that. Dirk finally turned up and got rid of all of that, But James Harden has never been there. James Harden, this is why when James Harden went to the Cavs and everybody started going crazy about the Cavs, being a team to watch in the East, I kind of said the same thing, and then I remembered exactly who James Harden is. Once the playoffs start, he's gonna turn into Jameis Harden.
It just stops. Like, it's the weirdest thing. Like, even if you watch him, it's not even he wants to actually hoop. He wants to. But like something just happens, and like it's like the Monstars just steal his powers. It's the Monstars. Like they literally just Charles Barkley and them be gone.
Right. It makes zero sense. Wanna be?
Be gone.
Y'all wanted to smack that little girl so bad.
Yo, bad. Yo, she was I ain't gonna never mind. Yeah. That's for the
group chat.
That's for the group chat.
The
Patreon.
That's coming.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/hoops with low and the bros, you hear me?
Man.
Yeah. But no, I don't. James Harden leads no one nowhere when it comes playoff time. It's whoever else is on the team that might be doing remotely well. He's the reason why they're winning, and it won't be James. And it sucks until James actually, plays well during the playoffs. He doesn't have to win a championship on his own to be in the 1A. He just simply has to compete every single time he touches the floor during the playoffs to kind of shake that reputation. But until he does that, and I don't see it happening, James Harden leads no one nowhere during the playoffs.
Yeah. All right. Well, I like to last thing on Toronto. I like Toronto. They obviously got more experience in this playoffs, and they'll be better next year. They definitely are 2 pieces away, and they could get that with the young guys that they got now and draft capital to trade. Hopefully, they make a move. And then with BI, man, I like BI a lot. So hopefully, if they learn from this and it goes well, at least he get to go home to that girl that make that music.
That music. Real quick, because I know we're running up against time. I wanted to, because I've proclaimed myself to be such a big time Wemby fan in the first episode. I just wanted to touch on the injury he had yesterday and how all of a sudden the series doesn't look as promising for the Spurs as it did. Somebody, I think it might have been Nooch, said in a group chat that they what did you say?
In search of a Wembanyama.
A Wembanyama. It's not. That touches on what I was saying about him being MVP. I don't think. Come on. Like, if you take Victor Wembanyama away from that team, the result is what you've seen yesterday. A team that was completely unafraid to go into the paint and score a bunch of layups and short middies all day because they don't have that monster in the paint keeping them from coming in there. And that could happen 100 times in a row. What you making that face for, Lo? Who's going to step up? Whoever it was should have did it yesterday. Scoop was looking amazing yesterday.
You good? It's just the way you speak.
It's just it's like they're not that good, bro. The Spurs are not that good without Wemby.
Yeah, they're not. They're not.
Yo, so keep talking. I'm gonna do some stat searching. We don't got stat on the show, so
Oh, you almost don't have to. I know for a fact their defense goes from like number 5 or top 10 to top 20. So that's a big difference. And then the output that he puts out on offense as well, is something that if they're missing sorely.
So this is what I'll say, fellas. You got to understand, in the playoffs, there's very detailed game planning, right? And approaches. When you're in the middle of a game with a game plan and approach, it's hard to deviate from that and bounce back, especially with it's a playoff team that they're playing at the end of the day, whether it's the Blazers or whoever. Here's what I would say. If they properly prepare without Wemby, like, hey, this is how we're going to execute. Right now, in the regular season this past year, they were 12-6 without Wemby. That's a 66% winning record. So they are capable. Okay,
they were 12-6.
They play a good brand of basketball, but
12-6 without Wemby, and that's what I knew they were. They had a winning record without him off the top, but I didn't know it was that significant. So yes, their defense slips, obviously, but bro, they have weapons offensively. They still are amazing in transition, and they're playing the Blazers. When they prepare without Wemby, they're gonna still beat the Blazers the next game. I stamp it.
All right, this is our first one.
So tell me when De'Aaron Fox wants to show up. Tell me when we could get Sacktown
Next game.
Anything, De'Aaron.
Next game.
I think next game.
He'll have he'll have 25 plus next game for sure.
All right.
If Wemby don't play, because they are on a 2-day break and it's a concussion protocol. He don't.
He doesn't need to, bro.
He needs to be a punch to the 1-2 punch, and he's never been.
Who?
Nah, he's not. He's
De'Aaron. He's never been a 1-2 punch to Wemby since they have acquired him.
I don't agree, bro.
I don't necessarily agree. I see what you're talking about.
Of significance.
You're looking for, but of significance. I hope that doesn't mean that he plays like he did in Sacramento, because he was the featured guy.
Yeah, I mean, is Wemby gonna play?
I don't think he is. I think
so you need Sacktown.
You're gonna get Sacktown.
Yeah, you're gonna get that. Yeah.
Fox next game. You just said that he hasn't been the punch all season, and I'm saying I think he has been. I just don't. If you're viewing it from the same scope of the way he used to play when he was in Sacramento, you're never going to see that with Wemby on the floor, because it doesn't work. You know what I mean? Like they have too many weapons. They have too many players. They got too many players to defer to. They're not going to be able. He's not going to be able to have the ball in his hands to have that type of impact. But he will next game if Wemby doesn't play. And Low Point does make a really good point. He doesn't necessarily have to. The series is tied. You know, they could afford him another couple of days to rest, and when he comes out, he'll get 50, 30, and 100 blocks or something like that, you know, because he's Wemby.
I think that De'Aaron, he's supposed to be doing what Castle's doing. You know, he's not the leader in assists on their team.
Who, Castle is? Is Castle?
Castle is.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
So that's part of your job as a point guard, and you're not the leader of assists. I mean, what he averaging? Look up his average. It's less than 20 for sure. It might be less than 17. Like,
no, that's fine. I think that's fine, because again,
it's not enough.
The Spurs do it by committee or by Wemby.
It's not enough. They're second in the West, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. So give them an award for the regular season. We're in the playoffs now.
Right, and they haven't played a game yet without Wemby. Like the game that from yesterday don't all the way count. Like they do have to kind of wait. We got to wait till game 3 to see how that play out. Now, if the Blazers win in game 3, all bets is off. Like y'all had time to kind of plan, and you did plan, and it didn't work. So we'll see what happens in game 3. But I expect Fox to have a big game.
I think they're a young team, and I think they're too young to have another team come through and steal one on the road and come back to the crib. I think even with Wemby, it makes it a much more taller task, but we'll see. And that's another team I picked for the series to win. So let's see what this happens.
With Wemby, they don't have no problem. Like it's not what happened.
He's never been in the playoffs.
It don't matter.
We know that he had 35 points the moment he got to the playoffs. He scored 35 points, and the team won by. But these are still the Blazers. Let's not act like this is not the Blazers. This is still the Blazers. They could get beat by a Wemby-less Spurs team. But I'm talking about going forward. Like if you don't have Wemby on that team is not that good. That was my point from earlier. Like just looking at Wemby's impact and how he influences winning, I think it's up there with everybody else. Why do they have Dylan Brooks standing like a wrestler?
Dylan Brooks. That's what he does. That's what he does. It's dumb funny.
It's the funniest. He just was staring like it's crazy. But yeah, man. There's a bunch of other series that we didn't really touch on. Well, not a bunch. We
didn't touch on the Thunder, which is about to play right now, but I don't think we necessarily need to. Outside of the fact, I just want to know how many games do they get clinked up in?
2.5, if it was legally possible.
You taking the over or the under? No,
I'm taking. I think if it was legally possible, the Thunder would beat the Suns in 2.5 games. That's it. Yeah, what
you think, Lo?
Yeah, same.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's not much to say there. How about at the end of the season though? How long do y'all think?
You?
Can you hear me? Oh, he left.
Yeah. Nah, yeah. We got a rap game.
Oh, all right, yo.
Nah,
the timer's out.
Nah, just close it out. Do it the regular way, and we're gonna edit this part out. But go ahead.
Oh, all right. So episode 2, Hoops with Low with the bros and Nooch Business. We out this thing, man. See y'all next week.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Get high and low, get your dough back. Get high and low, get your dough back. Ain't selling no meat, it's a whole pack. And young and I give you the whole pack for real.